Hey everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu, and today I think I'll cover something different. Still about Jiu-Jitsu, and it still applies to other stuff that we may do. It applies to wrestlers, judo guys, boxers, MMA guys. Cauliflower ear. Yes, cauliflower ear. Some of you may know what cauliflower ear is, but if you don't, you will know about it eventually. Now, cauliflower ear really is the final product of an injury to your ear. It's healed. I've got a little bit on this side. It happened on the inside of my ear. In fact, the inside was actually kind of puffed up and swelled out. It's healed now, but I had it taken care of. And even if you have it taken care of like I did, your ear is not going to heal 100%. In 29 years of training, my ears are actually pretty nice compared to a lot of other people I've seen. I talked to Dave about this, because his ears are pretty nice too. And his thought was that if you learn how to get out of headlocks correctly, then the chance of you injuring your ears are pretty small. Boxers, when they get hit, if you get punched in the ear, then yeah, that's enough to injure your ear. So what happens is if you have your ear cartilage, because your ears don't have any bones in it, and the cartilage is what creates a structure of your ear. And you have the skin on top of it, right, which is what you see, the cartilage you don't see. And if it gets hit, you get a separation, they're connected. You get a separation between the two. And then when you get a separation, then it kind of opens up and creates a gap. The blood vessels in the skin part then flows blood into the gap to cushion it, creating a blister. But being that it's blood and not water, I think it's called a hematoma because of that. It's a blood blister. And what happens, at least my understanding of it, you medical professionals can correct me if I'm wrong. And what happens is that the blood has no way to leave the area once the trauma events stop, meaning once you stop grappling, once you stop boxing, whatever. After you're done training, there's no way for the blood to vacate the area and then allow reattachment. So what happens, the blood stays in there, and the blood ends up continuing the damage process on the actual cartilage. And like I said, this is just what I'm told, is that the blood basically corrodes, for lack of a better term, the cartilage, thereby ending up with the cartilage being deformed, which is your cauliflower ear. A lot of us, what we'll do, and it's happened to me as well. I did it once or twice, and then I went to a doctor. But what we'll do is we'll drain our ear, stick a needle in, and suck that fluid out, thinking, okay, that's good. Take the fluid out, and then I'll be okay. No. And the reason is because even though you can vacate the fluid, you pull the fluid out and you can theoretically get it close here, a lot of people continue training. And if you continue training, you're going to continue to irritate the spot and the blood will flow right back in. And then what are you going to do? You're going to touch it. You're going to go, oh yeah. And when you touch it, you're irritating it and you're causing more blood to flow in there. What you're going to have to do is go see a doctor. If you go to a regular doctor, an internist, or your regular family doctor, that's not the doctor you want to see. You want to go see a plastic surgeon or an ear, nose, throat doctor. I would recommend a plastic surgeon. That's the kind of doctor I saw, because this is what they do. They work on things like this all the time. What they'll do is they'll slice it. Instead of poke a hole in it, they'll slice it and put put something in there to keep it open. You can squeeze it, it'll drain it out, and he'll also give you some antibiotics, because now you have an opening, and that's where bacteria can go in there. So antibiotics plus a drain plus don't train. If you continue to train, it's going to be worse. Everyone that you see that has jacked up cauliflower ear, it's because they either didn't get it fixed, didn't get it treated, or they continue to train despite that injury to their ear. Now, what can you do to prevent it? Well, get out of headlocks. Learn how to get out of headlocks. Don't pull your head out. Learn how to do the correct ways to get out of headlocks. And you have to work on it from all different angles, because there's probably 10 different ways that you can be headlocked. You have to train in you how to get out of each and every one of them. Otherwise, when it happens, then you're going to either just lay there and let him continue to wrench on your head and rub your ear while he's trying to submit you, who knows, or you're going to force your head out by pulling it, and you're going to injure your ear. Because none of us want to tap, right? So, because you could simply just tap and say, okay, I'm done, make them let go of your head and start all over again. But instead of tapping, just learn how to get out. And when it does happen, How can you tell when it happens? Well, the easiest way to tell is when you're sleeping. If you sleep on your side, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna wake up like, that kind of hurts when you lay on it. That will then tell you that you need to get it fixed. Now, can you wait till next week? No. As soon as you feel it and you know it, make an appointment for the doctor now and try to go in at the latest tomorrow. Because the longer that blood sits in there, the more damage it's going to do to the cartilage. If you wait too long, it'll get to a point where you'll go to the doctor look at it and go, I can't really do anything about it at this point. And then you'll have to see a plastic surgeon where they're actually going for surgery and then actually shave all that excess cartilage out and basically have to reshape your ear. You don't want to do that. With anything, just get it done sooner rather than later and then stay off the mats. Right? In the long-term scheme of your journey, being off of the mat for 2 weeks to a month is not a big deal. You may seem to think that it's a big deal, but it's not. Just let the ear heal. Like with any injury, it's an injury. You have to let it heal, right? If you pop your elbow, you're going to let it heal. The difference with an ear versus an elbow is that with an elbow, you can easily put your hand in your belt and just keep your arm in there and train one-handed. You can't do that with your ear because any movement that you do, anything that touches your ear will irritate it. It'll force more blood in there and your ear will be re-injured. Make sure that if it happens to you and you don't want to have a cauliflower ear, get it taken care of, get it fixed, and stay off the mat. If you don't care, then just continue doing what you're doing because some people don't care, and that's fine too. Some people just figure, you know what, it's just a byproduct of my training. I do jiu-jitsu, and one of the visual telltale signs that I'm a grappler is my ears are jacked up, and if it happens, it happens, and I'm not going to do anything about it. There are people that are like that. That's really all I have for you. Whether you have them or not, now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Anyway, hope all is well. Thanks for supporting the channel. Take care. Happy training. Bye-bye.